Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to talk to you really quick about an add-on that I really think is going to be useful for all of the staff, or at least a good majority of the staff, especially those who need to create massive amounts of documents that all basically have the same template, but you keep having to go in and change the student name or the date or so on and so forth. So I'm going to make it I'm gonna show you a way that you don't have to continue to go into each document, highlight, delete, change the date, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna show you a much easier way here. And we're gonna use an add-on. It's called Autocrat. The easiest way to get the add-on is just to go quickly to Google and type in Autocrat add-on. As soon as you hit enter, it comes right up here at the top. It's chrome.google.com. And you just click on it and it comes up with this nice little robot guy. Up here it should say free. It should be a little blue square. Just click on that. It'll install it for you. Good to go. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of this. I've already got it installed. I can skip that. So basically what I am next going to do is we'll come in here. I'm going to show you my little training folder that I've made just for this, and as you can see, I've already created a quick template and a spreadsheet, and I'm going to manipulate it just a little bit just to show you how it works. But you can see there's, like in here, there's no other folders right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this document up first and say this is our document. Obviously this is much too short. I don't have a header, all that good stuff. This is just, again, for training purposes. But it says date here, grade level. Today we are informing you that your child's student name requires a new student physical before the next school year. Please be sure to have the correct paperwork turned into health aid by turn-in date. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact principal at, and we've got a fictitious phone number. We're going to delete right here so we can show you how this works. I'm going to put or email address period. Alright, now note that all of these have a double caret on each side, right? So basically what these are doing is these are looking for a specific column in a spreadsheet. And so now what we'll do, we have this. We're understanding that you basically write this up. You can make as many of these double carets as you like, and put them wherever you want. We'll come over to our spreadsheet now. Now you can see each column has a corresponding. Let's see. Well, we can do this here real quick. We have a corresponding column to each double caret, and you'll notice though that they're exactly the same. You can't have a deviation here. You can't say student first name, last name, and then have student name here. That's not going to work. They do need to match. Now we just put in an email address here, but we don't have a column for that. So we're going to create one real quick. Email address. That actually, let's. I did this in a previous one, so I'm going to insert one left. There we go. This is just because, like I said, I did this in a previous training, so it's still a little bit different from the last one. So here we go. Email address, and you'll see what these are actually for later. They're going to get created by the program. So we'll go here, and let's just put Jenna at school.com and Randy at school.com. So as you can see, I've put in this spreadsheet here. We've got date. We're going to use 3/20 because that was originally when I set this up. But basically, if you come in later and want to change all of these dates, redo these for the next year, you just come in here, change, say, one date, and we'll put 3/23, 2015. All you would then have to do is copy this. I'm using the Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste. And as you can see, I can create as many as I want then. And you just highlight a whole bunch of them, do the whole row, however you want to do it. There's tons of ways to do it. I'm only using 2 students for right now, and this is just going to be able to keep this quick. So I've got Paul, he's going to be a junior in 11th grade, and we've got Keith, senior in 12th grade. Our health aides today will be Travis and Brian. The turn-in date will be 4/1. This is when we want these forms turned in by. I guess we're cutting it a little close for parents there. And Jenna and Randy will be the principals today. So we have our information, right? Coincides with these little double carets. Now for the fun part. I'm going to come up here to add-ons, Autocrat, and I am going to launch. I'm going to make this big again. And I'm going to delete this out so I can show you the whole process right here, just so that in case anybody has any questions setting it up later, it's really easy to do. I'm going to do a new merge job, and this is just going to kind of think here for a sec. Alright, it wants to know if I want to create a new template or if I want to choose a template from my drive. Now, we already created the template to make things quick, which I already showed you. So we'll just go to my drive. I have way too many folders to kind of go through here, so I'm just going to type it in up here, search for training. Here we go. And I want the Autocrat document. So that's going to pull this in here real quick. And now I'm going to set a name for it as training. And I'm going to set it. Now, that name is important, okay? So you want to make sure to name that something that you could come back in and use this over and over again. As you change that template, it's going to change in here as well. Not after you've created them, but if you come in here to rerun another job later on, it will continue to pull whatever document you have it set to. So if you make changes and do this again, it will pull those changes in with it every time you run this report here. So sheet 1, it's giving us all of our tags. You see how it's got double caret, tag, double caret? That's exactly what we did in the document, and we're going to pull the date, the grade level, student name, health aide, turn-in date, principal, and email address. We could basically come in here and really mess things up, but we're not going to. If we wanted the date to pull a different, if you had multiple dates in there, then we could do that, but we're just not going to. So we're going to save this. Now, this right here is choosing what you want each document to be named. So after it's basically going to pull this information over here into your document that we created. After that, it's got to save it as a name. So right here, we're choosing that name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a $, student name, which is listed right up here. It's telling you all of the different things that it can pull right here. This one, I think, is usually one of the best. To use the student name, because then what it's going to do is it's going to choose each student name and make that the name of the document. So I'm going to save this, and I'll show you what I mean in a sec. Now you see how that just put in a whole bunch of different things right up here? That's what I was talking about earlier. So basically it creates these little headings right here that it needs for itself. And I'm going to click on training here. I'm going to run this merge. And right now it's evaluating one of 2 jobs, so it'll give you a nice little rundown of how it's doing, so on and so forth. You can see it just finished up one of them, and it's finishing up the other. It's all done. I can hit OK. Now I could click these and go to it, but that's not really what I want to do. I want to show you where they actually are. So I'm going to take this tab and I'm going to pull it back into here real quick, and we'll bring this up. So now I come over here to my training, and now you can see there's a down arrow, and I've got a new folder that was created automatically by the add-on. I come into this add-on, and look at that. It created a document. It's got the date that we put in. Grade level is 12. Dear parents of Keith Sr., today we are informing you that your child Keith Sr. requires a new student physical. Turn it in to Brian Aide by the date. We got the principal, all that information just plugged right in. and basically even created a whole new folder with all of the students. So as many students as you put in here, that's how many documents are going to get created into this new folder. And you can go back and you could rerun this and make changes, so on and so forth. Now you've got a folder that you could just kind of rename right here, move it somewhere else, and basically keep it for later on down the road in case you need to access these later, or you could just delete it after you've printed them out. But basically, if you have, say, 30 students that you need to create sheets for, this will do it in a matter of seconds. Then all you have to do is go in and print each one. Big time saver. This could be used in so many different applications too. When I went to the Google Summit, the example they used was actually putting in student names and then map score tests and some other score tests, and basically creating a document here that listed all of those test scores, and then just basically importing everything from the Excel spreadsheet straight into these, and created a whole bunch of documents that they could send home to parents showing their child's scores without having to go in and manipulate each one of these manually by highlighting and changing, and just wasting a whole lot more time than we really have. So I hope that this has helped you, and if you have any questions, please contact the tech department. We would be more than happy to answer your questions and try to help you out as best we can.